Welcome all of you class. I'm Durgesh Kumar Pandey. Class, I'm going to explain a chapter of class 12 and the name of this chapter is Challenges of Nation Building Class. Class, India was got the independence on 15 August 1947 and at the midnight of 14 and 15 August, our Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was addressed the Constituent Assembly with their famous speech, Test with the Destiny class. And we got the independence. Independence come with the partition. So we have a pleasure of freedom, but at the same time we have a pain of partition because India was divided into two parts. The British India is divided into two parts, India and Pakistan class. So class, when India was got the independence, so they have many challenges. Class the first challenge is to shape a nation. The second challenge is to establish a democracy. And the class third challenge is to ensure the development and well-being of entire society class. This is a very big problem class for us. How we resolve this problem, how we solve this problem. So class, in this period, in this video, we are going to discuss about how India resolve this problem. Like first problem, to shape a nation class. Class, India in the previous colonial rule, India was learned many things from the Britishers. But if you are looking the history of India, the India was a country of Rajas, Nawabs. There are so many Raja and Nawab in different part of the countries. So after the independence, we have a big challenge to unify them because on that time 565 princely states there, and it was a Herculean task to compile in a state because when the Britishers were going, they were saying that the paramountcy of Britishers was lapsed. Means कि जो Raja and Nawabs who were under the control of Britishers, now they are free. Britishers provide them three opportunities. They join India, they join Pakistan, or they have another chance is they will remain free. So India have a very big problem how to manage in India because Muslim League was present their two nation theory, or India was going divided into Hindu and Muslim, and two countries were come into existence, India and Pakistan, on the basis of religion, class. So first challenge is to say condition. How 565 princely states were come in India, most of, or we will also try to resolve our problem with the Pakistan for the shaping a nation. Class, so in shaping a nation, because India has a multicultural, multilinguistic, multi-religion, and different diverse groups, Pahadis, Banjaras, Banbasis. So it was a very difficult task to compile in a state in these different type of the people. So this task was taken by the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, our first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister also. He was taking this responsibility. After the independence class, the interim government was set up under the Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, according to plan presented by Cabinet Mission. And during their interim government, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and their cabinet like Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, they were trying to their best to convince most of the princely state in India. So during the interim government, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel take this responsibility, and he was a very grand personality. He was very diplomatic. He was very brave. He was very courageous. So Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was using their diplomacy, their wisdom to merge these states, these princely states who were under the Rajas, Nawabs, okay? And till 1947-48, most of the princely states were ready to come with the India. And Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was taking different technique to convince these princely states. Sometimes Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel giving some relaxations to princely states if they are ready to join India. Sometimes of autonomy, like northeastern state of Nagaland, and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel sometime wisely convinced the many princely states. Sometime he saw the terror of people to Rajas and Nawabs, and sometime at the last he was using army also. But army is the last option if Rajas, Nawabs are created problem and peoples want to join India. Class, the four states were creating a problem, class, like Hyderabad, Junagadh, Jammu and Kashmir, class, and Manipur. These are the four states that are creating problem in merging of India. So The first challenge is shaping the nation is a very big challenge, and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and VP Menon were trying to their best to merge this princely state in India. Class. Next challenge is to establish a democracy class. Class, after the independence, we have a second challenge is to establish a democracy. If you are looking the history of India, India was ruling by the Rajas and Nawabs. There are lots of Raja and Nawabs in the different territories, 565 princely states. So it was the possibility that India was going again under these Rajas and Nawabs. So when we got the independence and we convinced most of the princely states to join India. So after this, when India got the independence and convinced most of the princely states to join India, India was choosing the path of democracy. Because during the British rule, we were learned many things from the Britishers, like a parliamentary form of government, and how the election, the federal structure of the government, voting system, many things we learn from the Britishers. And during the colonial year, we were familiar with this, how we handle the democracy in the country, how in ruling the citizen make the participate class. So the second challenge is establish democracy. We got the parliamentary form of government because we have a because for our country, India is a diverse country, and there should be required to make the ruler accountable against people. There is a responsibility key. It is required to make the ruler accountable against people because India is a multicultural country. So we choose the path of parliamentary form of government class. Class, I want to introduce what is a parliamentary form of government class. Class, government have a three organ. First is executive, second is legislature, third is judiciary, okay. These are the three organs: executive, legislature and judiciary class. So in the parliamentary form of government, executive is accountable their work against the legislature. Most of the work of legislature is making law, and the member of executive is also the member of legislature. And in the parliamentary form of government, executive and legislature both are interdependent, okay. Or executive is responsible for their work against legislature. It means if the legislature present a no confidence motion, so executive will resign. So we can also say the tenure of executive is uncertain. It is depend upon the position in the legislature class. So tenure of executive is uncertain, Executive is accountable to your work against the legislature. Executive and legislature work दोनों both are interdependent, and judiciary is independent organization class. So these are the feature of parliamentary form of government class. Member of executive is also the member of legislature. So we want to India a government which is accountable to the people, because and it is not possible in the presidential government. So we choose the path of parliamentary form of government, and we give democracy. We give the right to vote peoples. Universal adult franchisee की right to vote is available for everyone without any discrimination class. तो class तो India was adopt the parliamentary form of government class, and we provide universal adult franchisee to all the people, because during making of Indian Constitution, this is only the thing on which all the members of the Constituent Assembly are ready without any discrimination to provide the universal adult franchises to all the Indians class. So India adopt the policy of secular. So we will choose the path of democracy, but this path was very difficult class. First time we are going to arrange the election. First election commission, chief election commissioner was XIIC Kumar Pandey. He was organizing the election in our country. He was faces many problems in election. First, the task is to register all the voters. So they face many difficulty, but ultimately we got the path of we were choosing the path of democracy. Election was organized in India class. Most of the Western countries are saying that democracy is only for the developed country, for literate country, and India is a poor country, literate country, so democracy is not possible here. But we choose the toughest, hardest past. We choose the toughest past, and we going in the path of democracy class. And successfully we organize the election, and now in our country the ruling is according to people class. Class third challenge is to ensure the development and well-being of the entire society class. This is the third challenge, to ensure the development and well-being of the entire society class. Class, this is a big challenge. See how the government ensure the development. Means if we are talking about the development, it means that basically economic development is also, and the social justice also, economic development with the social justice class. So we are making a 5-year plan for a country for the development, and we are after for first 5-year plan, second 5-year plan, third 5-year plan, we are going to implement, and we got there was a discussion that India was adopt a socialist model or capitalist model, but India was choosing the mixed economy. for the development of country we take the help of private players, and also the Indian government was taking this responsibility of development. Most of the plan was making by the Indian government. So after the discussion, the Indian government was taking the responsibility of economic development, but India was also taking help the private players. So India choose the path of mixed economy. First 5 year plan was basically based on growth for agriculture sector, and the second 5 year plan was basically based on industrial development. So for the economic development, we are making 5 year plan and focus different. First 5 year plan is very slow, but the second 5 year plan is very fast. So we will try to achieve the goal of economic development class. Most of the dams was established. This Bhakra Nagar Dam, and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was saying that this dam is the temple of India, and many infrastructures, industries like the industries of steel and iron was established in all over the country with the help of Russia, USSR. So we are going, we are going to start very foundation, dams, hospitals, schools. So India was going the path of development. We want to work for health and education, so we invest lots of money, establish a school and hospitals, dams. So we choosing the path of development, and we are taking both help, private and public, both are involved for the economic development of a country class. But the most important thing is well-being of the entire society. Development means not only for some section of society. So our leader was very worried about this. Ki the advantage of development should distribute equally among the peoples. And our Indian government was trying to provide the best care for the disadvantaged communities like scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and you can say OBC. They are very downtrodden and poor and backward peoples. So our India was trying to well-being of the entire society, not only some special group, but basically those peoples who are in the disadvantaged section class, the peoples who are living living near the forest or tribal peoples, their focus. So class, our Indian government was provide so many constitutional measures for the protection of backward peoples, for minorities, for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes. You know, our Indian, in our constitution, the constitution was arranged some reservation for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes to enhance their position. And after this, government was taking so many affirmative actions to improve their situation in the society, provide them, and also some protection of minorities, our Indian government in the constitution they have fundamental right to protect their rights. So we are organized so many constitutional measures for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribal class.